All right, in the bottom right, our Protoss player.
FXOpen.
And for all you guys from New York City, this is one of your players.
Oh, they know, man.
They know, man.
He hosts a lot of little parties. Some slog fight. Oh, look, that's Midian on the right.
Oh, it's Midian.
One of the best StarCraft 1 foreigner Zergs ever.
Yeah, he was an amazing
Best
Zerg.
British player of all time.
Yeah.
ZeNEX. Hey.
And of course, here we have Hack. You know, it's funny, Slug was actually one of the better trash talkers.
Yeah, he's a delightful trash talker.
Yeah, man, he was fun to trash.
It's fun to watch him talk trash, though, because he's actually the most stand-up nice guy you can meet.
Oh, I know.
Along with Machine.
Don't tell that to those people on the forums that don't know anybody. He needs to be respectful. I get upset by things that don't matter. You need to learn how to be happy, dude.
You need to become a happy face.
I demand an apology. Nobody knows who you are, guy on the forum. Nobody knows. Nobody cares, man. Nobody takes us as seriously as you do.
Well, they are cross spots tasteless on a huge, huge map, a very wide open map. Do you want to know what I want to see?
What?
I want to see a very passive game from Slog, a macro-oriented game where he gets out good upgrades, and that's what I want to see. I want to see him not just walk across the map and do silly attacks, because his opponent is so far away here. If his opponent was the top right, what I want to see is Colossus timings where he pokes the expansion minerals. That's what I want to see. But here in these positions, if he tries to do that with how open the center is that you have to walk through, then Hack should be able to tear apart his attacks. Can't attack Hack.
Before he attacks.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. What are the lit-up beehive-like things in this map? What is that?
Man.
No, we figured out that, like, the center thing on, oh, now I'm getting my map names.
Terminus?
Terminus. That was the gravity thing that's giving the platform gravity. But what are the beehives on this map? The honeycomb things.
Hard to say, tasteless. Ground radiation. Well, right now we have Hack actually taking a command center first right there. Will he scout?
Nice, and he
He
sees
does.
the command center.
That's a ton of information that he just gained. An absolute ton, tasteless. And that's all he really saw. The barracks, 3 Marines, and another Marine making, as well as the command center. So, he has a lot of information. What will he do with it? He does already have double geysers, but only mining with 1 probe from one of them. So it looks like he's going to save up for a Nexus. I was going to say command center. No, it's a Nexus. It's all interchangeable in my brain, tasteless.
The building that makes the workers.
Yep. He's going to throw a hatch down at the natural. The hatchral.
All right. We have 1 SCB over here. He may try to slip in and get an idea of what's going on. Right now, Slog's response to this is actually pretty good. I mean, just expand yourself. You're far away.
Yeah.
If you were close, maybe you'd want to do some kind of an attack, but it's not necessary.
It's exactly right what he's done here. You know, he took some guys off gas. He's now re-adding them. I'm letting you guys know. He's re-adding them to gas now after making his Nexus. And he's just, this is exactly how he should do it. And going up to 3 gates, very, very smart. Whether he pressures or not, it's still very smart. You kind of have to do it because if your opponent just goes like 4 barracks and pumps Marines and attacks you, if you don't have 3 gates making units while you make that Nexus against the fast command, you die.
Yeah.
They come up and kill everything you have and you die. So, very smart of Slog. Getting ready.
Nice scan there by Hack, I want to point out. He actually managed to check the corner of that for the Nexus and see if there's anything else in between there. He did see the sentries.
A lot of add-ons going up for Hack. He's getting his upgrades going. Stim is on the way. So he's just getting his pretty standard right now from both players. But what tech route will Slog go down? What do you think, Tace? Is it going to be a Twilight or a Robo?
I think Robo, but we'll see. He might even not get a tech building until his 3rd Nexus.
You think? Oh, that would be interesting.
Well, I mean, you could do it in these spots.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if, I mean, considering how little information, or actually not how little, how late all the information that Terran has gathered so far, I wouldn't expect him to just attack. Even with that scan, he didn't really see that much.
I think as Stim finishes, he might do a pressure.
Oh, looky.
Ah, okay. So hiding 3 gates, so he's just going to go for a 6 gate. Might be a little bit MC style, but this might be good to do defensively because we do have the Ghost Academy on the way.
You know what would be smart is actually if you wouldn't attack the rocks and just put a probe there to make it look like he's going to expand while this is all going on.
Well, with the Ghost Academy coming up so quickly, this is really interesting. There are some cool ghost rushes you can do where you just kind of walk up and EMP their stuff and kill them with stim. And I think that's probably what he's going for. That's why he's getting a couple bunkers right now. Be safe while he gets everything out. But Slog's attack may actually end up killing this. He's not going to have too many units. I am getting a little bit wiggly and jiggly, man. My buddy might win a game here.
All right, Kev, he's going to go over those honeycombs. Go get radiation. I think what that was actually back then the aliens made incredible hopscotch games. On those. I think that's what that is.
Hopscotch that the human brain can't even understand.
No, they
so
can't
complex.
because the aliens had extra legs and stuff.
All right, so Slog is definitely going for MC style.
Did you notice he chrono boosted every single warp gate?
All right, here we go. That is mostly sentries.
He did lock some of the SCDs on the side of the bunker.
And will he be able to break through it? Does not look like it.
Oh, man, this is so bad.
Yeah, this is getting pretty bad here, but these units have taken some damage.
No, there's just sentries left. They can't do anything.
Oh, warping in a few more units. He's definitely not going to break him, but can he get out with those sentries? I think he can.
Yeah, he still has the sentries.
So the game will go on.
Yep.
That's not a huge, gigantic loss.
In case you guys are confused, if you lose the sentries during that rush,
the game's basically over.
The game's over because those are so expensive, but he does have all the sentries still.
Yeah, so he's still all right. He'll recharge some and, fight back. It's too bad. I feel like he went one round too quick because he didn't have a lot of damage. He was mostly sentries. He had a ton of sentries in there, maybe 11 sentries if my memory serves me correctly, maybe 10. Which is awesome, but he didn't have enough units to actually break the bunkers because sentries just tickle things. So tickly flashlight.
Yeah, they're not they have an attack ability. It's not like it's almost like the Arbiter in StarCraft 1, where I'm like, you can almost forget that thing can actually attack sometimes.
Yeah. So an interesting little thing. And I just heard Ghost Fire, so Slog is now going to know without the use of any scouting into the main base.
He should not have shown him that. Yeah, that was a big mistake by Hag.
Absolutely. So from there, you can start to prepare for the Ghost. Spread out your sentries a little bit more. You throw up force fields a little bit more preemptively. You know what I love to do against Ghost Rushes?
What?
I make a bunch of cannons.
Oh, yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, it's because EMP, I don't care, man. Go ahead. EMP my units. I stand next to cannons.
StarCraft 2 cannons, man. Those things don't die. All right, now they're going to go over the Marauders hopscotch.
Yes, they do. And I'm like, oh, it's a Marauder. Oh, no.
All right. I don't actually know if Terran should be moving out right now. Protoss does not have a third base.
Yeah. Slog right now is in a fine position. I don't think he'll die to anything as long as he doesn't get some huge EMP off. We do have the +1 armor on the way for all these zealots as well as charge. So he's actually still going to have a fine army.
Yeah.
And I think what both players are going to have to do is really focus on upgrades from here. Slog should probably think about getting a second forge after his Temple Archives gets up, which he is making right now. And just really focus on these upgrades. Because that's what you really need when you're going for this type of style.
Now, it's going to be pretty tough for Terran as the game gets longer and longer to stop the Protoss if the Protoss starts to get a lot of expansions. It's easier for Protoss to have expansions all over the map in this map than the Terran.
Yeah. You throw up a planetary with a missile turret next to it, and it's pretty hard for Protoss to do too much to it before you can get over there.
What he does, he just walks through there and storms all the SCDs while he attacks it and kills it, unless the Terran can actually get there in time. But, more Marauders and Marines moving out now, and a drop coming in here. Now, it's a lot of this will kind of boil down to a little bit of luck. Will the medevacs actually pass by the warp gates?
Yeah,
there's actually a lot of stuff to lose.
Yeah, you don't want to lose 3 warp gates right now, especially as you're making that Nexus. You've tied up on minerals and.
Oh,
it looks like he. Yeah, in fact, he already does.
He did know. Okay.
And funny thing to stim against though. 3 gateways stimming against.
Well, with no medevac,
gateways don't have a lot of damage per second, so. Well, he will take that out. That's going to put a hiccup in the macro of Slog, but he is already making some more gates. In fact, adding some additional ones as those go down, 3 more in his main. So going to keep his macro going. And these 2 drop ships are going to make a big difference. Can the medevacs do a lot of damage? Can he cancel the Nexus on him? What will happen?
I don't know, Artosis.
Slog's units kind of all central right now, but he does have charge, which is definitely going to help out against drops. But this is an area where he can jump back and forth very, very easily. The main quite undefended at the moment. Slog actually doing a nice army split right now.
All right, here we go into the main. And this is a lot of units to come out here. You can't just warp stuff in to stop this.
And he is actually not paying attention to that right now. He's paying attention to the other attack. And that's going to be more than a little annoying, losing Blink. He has not gotten Blink yet. And in fact, in the main base that he is running to, loses the cybernetics core.
Oh man, this is not good for FXO.
Slog not splitting his units well.
Yeah, I mean, this is why you want your army on multiple hotkeys.
Oh, sickest EMP of life.
Oh my god, he might even be able to close it and actually kill off those Templars. No, I guess he's going to back off.
Well, he EMP'd him, so no storms.
Yeah.
Gets away with every unit in the Medivacs. Slog suddenly just kind of falling apart to that multi-pronged harassment.
He's got to be careful. He has all of his sentries still all bunched together like that. It just is one good EMP.
Yeah. Well,
in trouble.
He is popping out some observers now, so we'll be able to have a better eye on
another
that.
drop.
Very annoying for Slog. Looks like another gate maybe going down.
The FXO team right now looking a little bit disheartened as I peek over my shoulder.
And the Zealots march one by one.
Oh, this is
These drop
really
ships
bad.
are like the Pied Piper stasis.
Yeah, no kidding. He actually, why would he kill like 6 Zealots there?
Yeah.
Not really losing a lot?
If you group them up and then go in, then suddenly he has to pick up. But Slog just kind of falling apart to this very heavy, nice harassment. And this next attack coming up, this is going to be a big deal. All of these units have a lot of energy for Slog.
If Hack executes this perfectly, he could actually do enough damage to end the game.
And nice feedbacks.
Very, very nice by Slog.
Oh, and does not get the second storm off there. But the Archon's going to do a lot of damage. Speed Zealot's coming right up, charging into battle.
Slog's army is not exactly well grouped here.
No,
it looks like he took out the Medivacs, I assume?
Yes. And finally, the harassment looks like it has come to an end for now, at least. But 122 supply to 157, that's not something that's totally unrecoverable. If you get really cost efficient on this Terran army, then definitely comebacks are possible. And it looks like he's going to switch into Colossus tech, Tasteless. Meantime, Hack just focus on Marine Marauder Medevac.
I don't know if he can even go Colossus if we see a Cloak on the way here. He actually will probably want to just keep making observers to make sure he doesn't get surprised.
He's going to need a second Robo, actually. That's exactly it. A ton of Ghosts are actually popping out as well. So Hack is really going to focus on his Ghosts, realizing, hey, Ghosts are pretty good, Tasteless.
Yeah.
Snipe, EMP, Cloak, you name it, they got it. They can launch nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Well, most of this game has been Slog just struggling to accomplish whatever he's trying to do, whether that's an attack or keeping a third base, keeping his main protected.
Let's take a look at the unit tab. We have 62 probes to 74 SCVs, so definitely a better economy for our Terran, who is taking his 4th base. But 6 Ghosts against 2 High Templars, 7 Sentries, and a couple Mortals, 26 Zealots mixed in there.
All right, he's scanning over himself, just wants to make sure there's no observers. That's what the good Terran players do. They're always scanning themselves when they're moving out. See, there he did it again. Well, we didn't get a shot at it, but he scanned and killed an observer.
Those Medevacs almost getting caught by feedback. Oh, one does go down. But there is an attack waiting to hit that third as well.
Oh, my God.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done. And suddenly, Slog picking up the pace a little bit here. A nuke on the way. What?
Interesting. Terran does have a 4th base.
Yeah, nothing mining there yet, but he does have it, making a planetary. And the Twilight Council taste is just starting up again now. So finally we can see DTs and Blink once he finishes that. Very important things to get against Terran. Careful, Stalkers in the front.
That's actually a very big Protoss army. Nice.
Oh, nice EMP right there.
Oh my God, beautiful EMPs.
Yeah, very nice. But he has a lot of charge Zealots. Has a lot of units in here.
Here come the reinforcements, though.
Archon's doing some good damage as well. A lot of Guardian shields still up. And, well,
actually, the Protoss' army is just too big.
Yeah, it looks like he will be okay, but how many sentries will he actually lose here?
Oh! Are you kidding me?
I had no idea that was happening.
Yeah, I had no clue. Oh my God.
Wow, I did not hear nuclear launch detected.
Yeah.
That is actually insane.
I didn't see it either. Oh my God.
And suddenly Slog is at 91 supply against 160. Wow.
I can't believe that just happened.
I've had so many people try that before on ladder and stuff, but normally I notice Tasteless.
Well,
Neither
I didn't notice, and Slog didn't notice it.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I'm winning this. Why are you still here?
Maybe the Observer noticed it. He zoomed in and stuff. He was trying to communicate something to us.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I see the immortal dude.
He's like that alien with the brain, Tasteless.
Yeah. He's a brain alien.
He's trying to communicate to us, but we're not telepaths. Slog in a hard spot here, man. He does not have the supply needed. The Colossus is doing a good job. One does get sniped down. Just nothing left for units, though. Is warping in a few more zones. That will definitely help.
He's landing a mule.
Oh,
adding insult to injury. And actually, I think this is going to be enough to do it.
Yeah,
Slog actually had a nuke dropped on him in that game.
Cannot be happy with that. And Hack. Bows to the camera. All right, so ZeNEX is up 2-0 on FXOpen.
Cue the gun flames. Wow, well, the ZeNEX team has got to be happy about that. They just nuked Slog on TV.
They're all smiles about that nuke, man. You can tell they're all,
oh, yeah,
oh,
man.
you nuked him. He said, yeah, I did.
High five in the audience.
Part of the audience.
Part of them.
Well, I think from here, well, we see, it looks like Oz and Chef getting up. Those are obvious. They're the next two players.
They're going to go, like, both play at the same time.
I think the next player you use is definitely Oz, without any question in the world. I mean, that guy's TVP was nice, but it was not some sick, unbeatable thing. Oz should have learned a lot from that, his style, what he likes. Yeah. His weaknesses, was his macro falling off, was he mostly focused on harassment, stuff like that. Put Oz in. That is, without any doubt, that's what I would do here.
Yeah. Well, I can't believe we just saw that nuke hit that army.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. You know, Slog took a lot of damage early from the drops, from the multi-pronged harassment. You definitely have to put a Protoss in here. The guy did not look unbeatable. Slog, even after all that damage, came back, made it look like a game, got nuked, whatever. But
had you actually avoided that nuke, the game would look completely different.
Yeah,
because I was watching that, I'm like, why isn't Terran retreating?
Lost a lot of units there. The battle was almost over. Slog almost cleaned everything up. Lost, what was it, an Immortal, a handful of Stalkers, almost lost a Colossus, lost at least 4 sentries.
We actually saw an army get nuked.
Yeah.
Do you realize that's actually so rare?
It's quite rare.
You know, normally the army leaves or you're nuking.
Nukes are slow, man.
Expansion, like, oh, he doesn't see it.
They're not slow like StarCraft 1, but they're slow.
They're slow, man.
Yeah. A nuke landing in StarCraft 1 takes almost as long as a nuke building. It's like so
It took
fun.
forever.
You just launch the nuke and just wait. You're like,
That was a pretty brutal game. I have to admit, Slog really struggling to make any ground in that game. I mean, that was actually a struggle that entire game.
Yeah, Hack has been kind of outclassing the players from FXO so far, but definitely not unbeatable. I feel like, you know, if he and Slog play a few more games, Slog's going to take some.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, so who's it going to be? Is it
has to be Oz.
Going to be Chef?
Has to be Oz.
Where's Chef, Artosis? Oh,
Tiga. Interesting. Wow. All right.
Bringing his koala.
You
the
know,
FXO team gave me a stuffed koala.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit jealous.
They
didn't bring any presents for me.
It's with the rest of my stuffed animals. We all have tea parties together.
You actually brought it to Cambodia with you.
I did. Well, I didn't know. I forgot I put it in my backpack. And then I was in a hurry to pack my stuff. My vacation.
No, you brought it to snuggle with. I saw you.
I did.
You thought I was
asleep.
asleep.
After he went to sleep, I talked to him and stuff.
Yeah.
Now,
his name is Koali.
Koali
the koala.
Koali.
Yeah.
He's a koala.
Well, T-Gun, he's an up-and-coming player.
An Australian, 21 years old. And actually a lot of pressure starting to get on the FXO team. You do not want to go out 0-4.
Oh, definitely not. That is...
for obvious reasons, but I mean, we obviously don't want to lose. But to lose like that, I mean, that's an indicator that, like, wow, I mean, this one guy on the team took everybody out. Hack, by the way, has never had this much success on TV like this. So pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's quite true. He has to be feeling pretty confident right now. But now every matchup of his is going to be tested. They're throwing out a Zerg next. You know, he's already fought a Terran, he's already fought a Protoss.
Hag might even want to try doing an all-in. If he gets a good location on this map, if they're both at the top, both at the bottom. Oh, we're gonna have a 2-minute break though before we start that, so don't go too far away. This is the GSM.